Welcome to this explainer. Okay, think of today's session as your interactive training module, kind of like a step-by-step workbook. I'm going to step in as your government-style advisor today, and we're going to demystify exactly how you, as a small business owner, can start doing way more with a whole lot less. You know, we hear it all the time. Small business owners are just stretched incredibly thin, right? You're wearing literally every hat, from CEO down to customer service rep. But using official guidelines right from the U.S. Small Business Administration, we are going to build a really clear step-by-step blueprint for actually implementing artificial intelligence into your daily operations. And hey, this absolutely isn't about replacing your human workforce. No way. It's about empowering them and, honestly, giving you your precious time back.
So let's just dive right into this blueprint. We'll be looking at basic AI terms explained, boosting your business efficiency, automating routine daily tasks, navigating AI security risks, and finally, safe, ethical AI implementation.
All right, Section 1, Basic AI Terms Explained. Now, before we can even think about automating your business, we really need to strip away all that intimidating tech jargon and get super comfortable with exactly what we're dealing with here.
So what exactly is artificial intelligence anyway? I mean, we hear the buzzword everywhere, right? But at its core, according to the SBA, AI is simply a set of systems that program computers to solve problems or, work through tasks. And surprisingly, the concept has actually been around since the 1950s. Who knew? But what makes modern AIs so special is that these systems actually adjust and adapt to new information in order to imitate human intelligence. It isn't magic, folks. It's just a highly adaptable set of instructions.
To really get AI, you first have to understand an algorithm. Basically, think of an algorithm as the basic recipe the computer follows to get the job done. That's it. It's simply a list of specific rules or instructions that help a computer system perform a task or solve a problem, like baking a cake.
And that brings us to large language models, or LLMs. This is a machine learning model that trains on massive amounts of data just to recognize patterns. It literally uses math to predict the next word in a series. Now, I know that sounds complicated, but it's exactly what the autocomplete function on your cell phone does every single day. Though, hopefully with fewer of those embarrassing text fails. It's just doing it on a much larger scale to write, translate, or answer questions for us.
Which naturally leads us to generative AI. Now, this is the technology that's changing the business landscape daily. When you feed a prompt, which, by the way, is just the specific instruction or question you engineer to get a good result, into Gen AI, it isn't just searching the internet for pre-written answers. Nope, it actually uses those pattern models to generate entirely new, similar content from scratch. Whether that's brand new text, images, videos, or even music, it's creating, not just searching.
Okay, Section 2, Boosting Your Business Efficiency. Now that we're speaking the same language and understand the tools, let's explore how AI can act as your 24/7 digital assistant. It can really help your business stay competitive, especially during times of mounting inflation or those pesky skilled labor shortages.
Look, AI works behind the scenes to actively save you money and headaches. It actually solves problems before they even happen. For instance, you can use it to track flight and traffic delays so you completely avoid delivery hiccups. You can monitor floodplains to prepare for or even avoid disaster damage. You can even use AI-driven rate optimizers to lessen your shipping costs. That's huge! And it also helps you make way better strategic decisions. You can feed it your own client data to pick out common themes. Or use data-inclusive tools to compare your business performance to similar ones in your region. This is basically how you find those hidden gaps in the market that you can address, or spot advantages you can exploit for an extra business boost.
Moving on to Section 3, Automating Routine Daily Tasks. We constantly hear from small business owners that there just isn't enough time in the day, right? Well, the official SBA guidance strongly suggests that you start small by automating repeat tasks. Just testing out basic, often free or low-cost AI services can drastically improve your internal efficiencies.
Take a moment to reflect on your own daily workflow while looking at these amazing time savers. You can actually have a voice assistant program your monthly meetings, or automatically sort your flooded email inbox by specific tasks. Imagine never having to stop what you're doing just to update a to-do list or order inventory. AI can record and summarize your team meetings for absent employees. It can draft business plans, write your job postings, and even take your original marketing content and generate variations of social media posts to schedule across multiple platforms for months at a time, all while keeping your budget low and maximizing your reach. By handing this stuff off, you are freeing up your own time to focus purely on growing the business.
And it doesn't stop at administration. It extends right into customer service and collaboration.
Even if you're a solopreneur who works completely alone, you can use AI as a brainstorming partner to develop a marketing plan or, say, generate logo ideas using your company colors. You can add chatbots to your website to complete customer orders. Though, quick tip, just be sure to review their chat logs occasionally to catch any potential customer service hiccups. You can automate your phones to route calls and even have AI draft courteous, thoughtful replies to your online reviews. But most importantly, you can ask it to review upcoming projects to find problems like hidden financial risks or costs you might have missed. It's like having a brilliant partner reviewing your work.
All right, Section 4, Navigating AI Security Risks. While these efficiency gains are absolutely exciting, my role as an advisor is to make sure you protect your proprietary assets. Adopting new technology means assuming a certain amount of risk, so let's carefully navigate exactly how to keep your business safe.
When it comes to liability, there is a very critical distinction you need to know. If you pay for security software or a vendor platform that has AI built in, the creators of that software are generally responsible for their product's use of AI. However, if you're relying on free open web AI tools to write your content or analyze your business, you absolutely must make risk evaluation a priority. You need a human vetting checklist to review all the outputs. Basically, you need another set of eyes to make sure those free tools are being used securely and in a way that accurately represents your brand.
Also, because GenAI can produce flawless text, proactive security is literally no longer optional. Scammers are heavily using AI right now to create highly convincing phishing emails that specifically target small businesses. The days of spotting a scam email just because of a bad typo? Yeah, those are over. Your staff must remain absolutely vigilant.
Finally, Section 5, Safe Ethical AI Implementation. To wrap up our mentoring session today, let's put a formal bow on how to implement this technology long-term while protecting your customer trust and your legal standing.
You really need to implement this 3-step safety checklist for all your employees. Step 1. Never, ever feed sensitive data or your proprietary business secrets into a public AI prompt. If you do, it enters the data pool the system uses, which means your secrets could eventually be spit right out in a response to a competitor. No thanks. Step 2. Vet your content. Always cross-reference AI-generated findings with official resources to ensure your new marketing materials or logos don't infringe on someone else's patents, copyrights, or trademarks. In fact, if you're innovating new products, the U.S. Patent Office has specific guidance on AI-assisted inventions that you really should review. And Step 3. Consult your legal counsel for local compliance. Your lawyer can make sure your AI use perfectly aligns with rapidly changing regulations.
Finally, let's talk about customer trust. Tools exist right now that flag AI-generated content as spam or mark it as lacking real knowledge of the recipient, which can create huge resistance to your outreach efforts. Transparency is absolutely the ultimate way to maintain trust here. Drafting an ethical AI disclosure policy is rapidly becoming an expected best practice. Basically, just let your customers know exactly how and why you use these tools to serve them better. Look, AI is an incredibly powerful equalizer for small businesses. It helps you compensate for labor shortages and operate like a much, much larger enterprise. But remember the SBA guidance. Start small. Please don't try to automate your entire business overnight. So, as we wrap up this training module, I'm going to leave you with this final thought. What single routine bottleneck is quietly draining your time and money right now? And how will you hand it over to an AI tool tomorrow? The technology is literally waiting for you. Are you ready to start reclaiming your time? Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer.